Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to cast on with your double pointed needles. You're going to cast on all of the stitches you need onto one needle first, and in this case we need 34 stitches. The cast on method I use is a long tail cast on. You're going to create a Y between the two fingers and the needle in the middle, and then you're going to take it under, over, and under. And the closer you get to the thumb, instead of coming out here, the closer you get to the thumb, the tighter that stitch is going to be. So I usually like to make them pretty tight. Okay? Once you have your 34 stitches, okay, it's good to count them to make sure, then you're going to divide them onto two of your other pointed needles, double pointed needles. And the way to do that is just to slip the number of stitches you need as evenly as you can, or whatever the pattern calls for. And here, since I have 34, I'm going to slip 11 onto this first needle. Okay, you just push it down when you finish. Okay, grab your next needle and slip the right amount of stitches onto your next needle. It's just good to keep them tight. Hang on to them, you don't want them to fall off. Okay, and then once you've slipped the appropriate amount of stitches, you can lay your needles down flat. Okay. Here we're just going to slide them to the opposite end. Okay. Alright, now you want your needles to take a U shape, and you want your working yarn to be on the right. And so I'm just going to have my needles make a U here. Okay, and again my working yarn's on the right, so I've got a U with my working yarn over here. And you want the bumps, or the ridges, to be on the inside of the U. Okay, and that's really important because you don't want to twist your stitches. Okay. So now that I have my needles set up, and again, the bumps are on the inside of my stitches and I've got my U here, then you're ready to join in the round. And you're going to do this with your fourth double pointed needle. Okay, my ridges are on the inside, and I'm just going to knit the first two rounds. So take your working yarn and knit the first stitch. Okay, and you're just going to tighten this up and make sure it's really tight because we don't want a gap there for that first stitch. And don't worry, you can always tighten it up a little bit later as you continue your rounds. And then you're just going to knit each of these stitches. And as you do this, you're moving the stitches from one double pointed needle to the other. Okay, once you get to the end, you are going to free the next needle. Okay, now you've finished one needle, and you're going to continue in doing this all the way until you get to the end of the round. And if you want to put a marker here, you can, but the tail basically indicates the end of that round. Okay.